This is a facial lymphatic drainage technique. This is just a generalized technique. So if you've had any lymph nodes removed from your head, neck, or if you have head or neck lymphedema, please reach out and contact me or contact your health professional, because your technique might alter slightly and we might need to give you a little bit of a different pathway. But for everyone else, this is a beautiful generalized lymphatic drainage technique that you can use on your head and neck. It's going to help with any congestion through your face. It helps with any bags under the eyes. And my personal favorite, it also helps with a sore throat and to help stimulate the immune system. So as soon as I find myself feeling a little bit of a sore throat and run down, I do this technique and I love it. It's also going to help with any puffiness or edema throughout your head or neck. So like with any of our lymphatic drainage techniques, we start with diaphragmatic breathing. So this helps to kickstart the lymphatic system, massaging some of those deeper lymphatic vessels. So hands onto the tummy, relax your shoulders, and take your breath slowly and deeply into your tummy. So just visualize the air going down a little lower. Feel your rib cage slightly expanding to the sides, and feel your tummy expanding gently to the front. And then softening on the exhales. So inhale, feeling the tummy gently expand, and exhale as you relax. And do that one more time. And then I want you to keep doing that pattern of breath as I'm talking and we're going through this technique. So the first thing is that we massage the main centers of the lymph nodes. So push your shoulders forwards and find these little holes above your collarbones and stick your fingers in. Now relax your shoulders and start to circle your fingers in there. So with each spot, we can do 20 circles in each area. This is not a strict number though. You can do as many or as little as you want for as much or as little time that you have. But I'm just going to gently guide you through this technique today with 20 circles in each spot so that we've got time to get through it. And the second spot you're coming to with your circles is to your lymph nodes under here. These are the ones that you can feel sometimes when you're starting to get unwell. You might feel them come up as little lumps in your throat. And just massaging into those areas. Now the reason we massage these first is to stimulate the lymph nodes, those little filtering stations, so that the lymph fluid has somewhere to go to. If we just start straight away with the massage technique of moving the fluid, sometimes it doesn't filter so well and the technique's not as effective. And then 2 fingers coming around the back of your head. So feel for the base of your skull, just underneath there either side, and circling around. So the circles go around and pull down. So around and down, around and down is the technique that I'm doing on the back there. So again, we do about 20 of those circles, just taking your time, remembering to breathe into your diaphragm. Just nice and slow. Take this technique gently. And then we're going to start with the stroking. So 4 fingers and then coming to the sides of the neck. And again, it's circling around and pull down as if you're coming down towards the collarbones. Around and down, around and down. So starting up near the ears, around and down, and just gently going down the neck of the sides, all the way down. And we do this 10 times. So the lymph node circles are 20, and these stroking type circles are going to be 10. Coming down the neck, and it's all about stretching the skin. You want as much movement of the skin as possible, and I'm not using any cream for this. You could if you want to. You can use a cream or a serum or whatever you like to use, depending on what you're using the technique for, but you don't actually need to use any. and I actually prefer not to. You get more traction of the skin, more stretch of the skin, which in turn helps us get a little bit more movement of the lymph fluid underneath by stretching those little capillaries and vessels and filaments. Alright, I think that was about 10. And then coming with the fingers spread like this, and then coming either side of the ears, and you're going to draw down, stroking down towards the neck and down. So no circles this time, just dragging the skin straight down. This can be one where you might feel yourself sort of starting to need to swallow a little bit. You can sort of start to feel the fluid sometimes. So if you need to swallow a little bit more, that's okay, that's normal. Again, just slowly breathing into the diaphragm and stretching the skin down either side. So again, about 10 of these. There's no hard or fast rule, but we're just going with 10 for today. And then we start on the face. So you're coming from the center out. So I like to use 2 fingers. You can use more if you like. And stretching the skin and little circles onto the skin as well. So it actually feels really beautiful to give yourself a little face massage. But this has so many more benefits than just stimulating the circulation and massaging the skin. So this is the one that's a really beautiful help for congestion if you're feeling unwell or sinusy. So again, I'm just circling and stretching the skin. So circle and stretch, circle and stretch. And this time I'm stretching out towards the side. So circle and stretch, circle and stretch, and out towards the sides. So we do 10 of those as well, and I think we must be getting close there. And you're using about the same pressure as you would use to stroke a cat, so it doesn't have to be firm. Lymphatic drainage is actually a really gentle technique if you've ever had it done. And stretching out again, so this is the same pattern, but just coming in from the center and out, stretching that skin all the way to the temples, to the tops of the ears there. So again, just in your stillness, breathing into the diaphragm, nice and slow, feeling that lovely stretch of the skin as we start to stimulate the lymphatics, the circulation. It's also a really beautiful technique just for skin health in general. And then coming chin out to the sides as well. And again, you might be feeling like you need to swallow a little bit more, and that's okay. And remember, if you've got the time, do more than 10. Take this technique a little longer. It's only going to be more beneficial for you, and you get a better result. Again, we're just doing 10 for the sake of this video, and it tends to be a pretty nice time if you're trying to sort of fit it in before bed or before a shower. And we're going to do one more of those. I think we're getting close to 10 there. Stretching out to the side. Now once we've done the face, we just go backwards with the techniques we used to get there. So back to the fingers, either side of the ears, and now drawing that down. So everything we've taken out of the face, we're now encouraging down that pathway towards the neck. So coming down the sides of the face and just stretching that skin down, breathing into the tummy. Allow your nervous system to just start to wind down. It's another important part of having the lymphatic system functioning optimally is allowing your parasympathetic nervous system to kick in. And one more time. And then we're back to the 4 fingers and either side of the neck and around and down. So we're taking that back down towards the collarbones and around and down. And this is the last part of the technique. And And just 10 of these circles around and down. Remember, just about the pressure you'd use to stroke a cat doesn't have to be overly firm. You might notice a little bit of redness on your skin from the rubbing, but there should definitely be no discomfort. And we'll do 2 more of these coming down. It's quite a relaxing technique to do on yourself too. It's a beautiful, gentle remedy. And that's it. That's your facial lymphatic drainage technique.